Okay, question of the week comes from Simply Me. What can I do to correct a curved or if my penis leans to one side?
How to correct curvature. It depends on where the curvature, why you have the curvature. If it's because of a Peyronie's disease, because you've had trauma to the penis, or you have where you've damaged the penis or ruptured it in some way through some kind of blunt trauma, where you have built up a calcium buildup and you actually have a bend because of that, that's very different than someone that's just born with a naturally curving penis or a naturally leaning penis. Somebody that has Peyronie's, they're going to need to be a lot more careful than somebody that just has a regular bend, but basically the same techniques are used no matter what your curvature is. It's just a degree of intensity that you bring to it. So if you have Peyronie's and you have a rupture in your penis, you're not going to want to use the same intensity because it might further rupture that and cause more scar tissue. So if you have Peyronie's disease, you're going to want to stick with more gentle methods of curvature until your penis gets stronger and stronger along that area that was damaged. How the exercises that would be done would be the same ones you would do, but just with less intensity. So, and those exercises would be wearing an extender is very important because it holds the penis straight and it'll hold it straight for hours on end. You can wear it under your clothes. So that's one of the best ways to attack curvature while you're flaccid, which is most of the time. So wearing an extender is a very, very good strategy. But when you're attacking the curve from an erect point of view is when you're going to want to be a little bit more gentle with that curve if it's through some kind of injury you've had, compared to if it's just a natural curve where you want to build up that strength and that endurance first before you go too hard. So in girth work, if you're curving this way, you're curving this way, you're curving this way, whatever way you're curving, you're going to want to work against the curve. So if your penis curves this way, when you jelk, you're going to want to put your jelking against that motion, against the curve to correct the curve. The same applies when you're stretching. It would be a double stretch where you would grip the penis in two places, pulling against the curve. And both those exercises are going to train the penis to become more and more attuned to being straight. What else is very, very important in this is doing 100% erect work and really honing the erection into the direction that you want it to curve or uncurve, for that matter. So in the same question, how do you correct a curve, the answer would be the same to how do you create a curve. It would be to go against the curve or for the curve. In my case, when I started PE, I had a very straight penis and I liked the way the upward curve looked. So what I did was I stretched in that way and I jelked in that way, and those things lent to me creating a curve. And that took quite a while. It took more than a year to make the curve happen. And the same thing applies to reducing a curve or a lean, for that matter. Usually a lean, let me put that in a different classification. Leaning is different than a curve. A lean is usually an unevenness in the structure of your ligaments of your penis, or it's leaning because one ligament's longer than the other. And that's quickly fixed in just general PE with just general stretching. It's going to stretch the ligaments till they're even. So leaning is usually different than curving. So just to get that cleared up.